right. Well, good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Pretty good? Thumbs up? Good. Okay, well, I'm going to share my screen so you can see what I'm seeing on my phone. Um, and we'll take it from there. Now, does everybody have Homesnap? Have you all downloaded it? Have you all used it? Yes, you're familiar with it?
I have.
Okay, good.
I actually like it. It's easy.
It's got a lot of tools in there. Are you able to see my phone there? My phone screen? All right, let's see here. So can you see my mouse hovering over the icons there? Okay, good. So basically I have, this is my phone screen. So if I get a call or anything, you'll be able to see everything, text messages and all that. So I'm showing my phone screen right here. So this is the Homesnap app that we need to download and make sure that we have it and use it, whenever we can. I'm just going to give you a broad overview of everything that Homesnap offers, and there's some tools that that I use, and there's some tools that I don't use, but everybody's different. So anything that you might like on it, if you're doing with something else, you might find that this is a little bit easier and very intuitive as well. So let me click on this app, and that way I can kind of introduce you to where we're at here. Okay, so here basically, when you go into Homesnap, it's going to show you the last information that you were searching or that you were looking into. It's going to have that information. And the first part up here is the map of any properties that are out there. You can click on this little button right here. Are you all seeing the little arrow there also or no? Okay. So you can click on here, and if you have your location services on your settings, you should be able to, or Homesnap should be able to find you where you're at and give you the information that you're looking for there. So if you are looking for properties near me, for example, you click on there and it'll take you to that area. Might be a little slow on my end because I'm using the phone and my laptop and here, but so basically it'll find you, and you're able to go into there. Now, here are the properties that are showing for sale in McAllen in this zip code. So you can, if you notice these numbers right here, because it's zoomed out, a lot, it's gonna show you, how many properties are in that area. So if you pinch or if you expand, if you click on there, it'll expand, and then you do the zoom in like you would do on any map. The listings are going to start showing up as little green little buttons there, pointers. So when you click on any of those, you're going to see that this property here is in Mission. It's for sale, and you click on it, and you get the information on that property. So let's click on this one here. So it's all right here. Now, as you click on this part right here, you're going to see the information on that property. Now, everybody has the Homesnap Pro option with Gmar. Now, there's another option that's Pro Plus. So there are different little things that you can do with Homesnap if you are enrolled in that Pro Plus. But the Pro does give you a lot of tools that you can use. So on this property that we clicked on, you can see the property history and who has it listed. You can automatically send a message here to the listing agent. Now, and of course, it's going to have, listing provided by Greater McAllen Association of Realtors. This information here, you're going to get more names on some listings than others. And this would be the owner of the property. Now, because this is on MLS, you're going to get that information there. Now, there are some other properties, and I'll go into more detail on that when we are looking at properties that are, for example, expired or off the market, that this information is very useful if you are looking for new listings out there. So this will give you the information on that property as you scroll down. Now, if you notice this part at the bottom here, you can select it as a favorite and it'll save it as one of your favorite properties if this is something that you are interested in coming back and looking at it later. You can send it a message, or you can, these little dots with the lines is the share option. So now you can share it. When you click on there to share this property here, you have the options of what platform you want to share this with. Okay, so depending on what apps you have in on your phone, you can certainly share that. I mainly use text messaging, and for some clients, I also use WhatsApp. So if you click, for example, here on text messaging, automatically Homesnap is going to create a link to that property, and you can send it as a text message. So the best way I do this, when I click on it, usually the way I share this property is when somebody calls me, hey, I'm on phone duty, or they see my sign out there. You have this little button here. If it's one of my listings, I click on here and you're going to get a list of your properties, and you can share them really quick if somebody calls you from your sign. If it's a property out there that you're on phone duty and somebody's calling you about that property, you can certainly start typing the address up here and you'll find it, and then it'll give you that option of the share. If you notice, it's also here. So you don't actually have to open that property to share it. You can select any property here. For example, in this case, we can select this one here, and we can share it automatically. Okay. So this is just the the beginning. As you open up the Homesnap app, these are the options that you get. So if you are in an area that you want to start looking or start searching homes for sale, you will be able to see all those. And once you click on any of those properties, you should be able to get more information on it. So let's say, for example, you're looking for a property and you have a client that has a budget of up to 170. So in this area, so you see that this one is available. You click on it, you get more information. You're able to share it there, or if you just want to see more information and see if it's something that they're interested in, that just has one photo, as you can see up there. But you're able to see the map and everything as well there. So as you scroll down, you get all the details. You see who's the listing agent. You can automatically send them a message, or you can also select notify me of price changes. So when something happens on the price of this property, you'll get notified on that. So by clicking here, you can share that with your client if it's a property that you think it fits their needs. Any questions so far?
Yes. Yes.
I have a question.
Huh?
Go ahead, Gina.
So before with Go MLS, if somebody would tell you, oh, I saw a sign over here on, Taylor or whatever, you could just put in the street name Taylor, and it would give you like the active listings without actually putting the actual address.
Correct.
Is there any way to do that with this platform? Do you know?
Yes. So for example, here, hopefully we have a property on Taylor, but let's just say you type in the address, the the street name. It'll give you everything. So see if we do this here, sorry, I'm working on. So once you start typing, it's very intuitive. It'll give you the properties that best match whatever you're typing up here. So let's just say, for example, here, 419 Santa Lucia, right? So I guess we don't have. So let's say we're looking for that one on Santa Lucia. Was it street? So it starts giving you those results and you select whichever one you're looking for. And it'll give you the information on that property.
So one
And
of
of
the,
course, the map.
with that, so that property has to be in the MLS, right? For it to show up?
It doesn't necessarily have to be listed in MLS. You can search all homes here and search any property that you want. Any address, whether it's on MLS or not, you'll have it here. So these are, right now we have the filter for sale only. So let's say, for example, here, you select all homes and you go to 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever street. So this one here, for example, in Louisiana, there is a 1, 2, 3, 4 out there. Taylor. It says off market right here. So it doesn't necessarily have to be listed or on MLS, but that's a property right there.
Right. Thanks.
So now, when you click on it, so if you're driving around and you see a property and you want to find out more information on it, open up your Homesnap app, and you're able to see, whatever information whatever information Homesnap has on that property. So even though it's off market, you're still going to see some information on it. And I'll go into more details on, I didn't want to jump into this, but I'll go into more details of everything else that you can see on this property out here. So even though it's not on MLS, you can see a lot of information on it.
So it provides the same type of information, basically, that RPR has available as well.
Correct. Yes, correct. So this is much and more. You're able
Right.
to see in some cases a lot more information.
Well, like that right there, related people is a good key.
Exactly. Yes.
One of
So
the
when
other
you
questions, one of the other questions that was in chat was when you're sending one out, if I'm doing a search, can I identify more than one property and send that out to somebody?
If you're doing a search and you are looking for more than one property,
Yes.
okay, let me go in here. So you're talking about the homes that are for sale, and then they give you a criteria,
Right.
what type of property they're looking for, not a specific property.
Right.
Okay, sure. So here we go back and we are in the for sale option here. And then we have the filters right here. So you can go to filters and you can select all types of filters, price range, how many beds and baths, the property type. Here on property type, of course, you can select I keep clicking with my mouse on the screen here. So you can select what type of property you're looking for, and then you click on the bottom to see the results on there. So you have plenty of options to do, whatever you want to do in terms of finding a property that best fits your client. And again, this is just the beginning that we're looking into, but yeah, there are a lot of tools in Homesnap that basically anything you want to do with it, you want to find out more information on a community. As you can see, you have different buttons here. You can select a certain area. You can select certain things that you want to see or not. But this is just the beginning of it, So for example, here, we can start by doing this here. So we look at Mission, Texas. So it'll give you all that. And then you can start looking in certain areas. And as you zoom into the area that you want, you're going to start looking at all the properties that are for sale in that area.
Which actually, that's so that little green dot, like on that one showed 26. So it's telling you in that area, there's 26 listings there, which is a really good info for the consumers if you're trying to work with them. One of the other questions that was in the chat was, are you on the basic plan or do you have the pro?
I do have the Pro, but the Pro Plus, but everybody's in the Pro with Gmar. So the only difference is that there's a few more things that you can do with it, but it's not much. Depends on what type of information is it that you need. If you look here at the bottom, right here, it has a Pro agents, and then you're gonna have everybody's gonna have that. But when you do the Pro Plus, you have more options of who's looking at your profile, a little more information maybe of the homeowners, and more details on homeowners on properties. Not on everything, of course. Like every tool that we use out there, it's not it's not going to have everything that you want, but for the most part, you get a lot of information on these properties and their homeowners.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's the beginning of it. Now, right now we are in Mission. We can certainly add another area here. So if they say I'm looking for let's say a 5-bedroom, 3-bath house in Mission or in McAllen, so we already have that Mission area, and we can certainly add McAllen as well. So now, as you can see, we have these 2 areas highlighted, and then we can select filters here and put more details in there. So 5, and then it has a 6+ automatically. And then beds, we could do 3, and then it'll have the 6+ automatically here as well. And property type, I'm not looking for a townhouse, I'm not looking for a condo, so you can select all this here. So it will just show the house information there. Now we didn't if you notice here, it has 3 filters. We did not select a price range or anything like that. So you have it here, and then you can zoom into the area that you want and select whichever property you might want more information on. And of course, we are on the for sale option here as well. Okay. Let me see. I'm not seeing the questions or.
Gabino, I have a question.
Yes.
So that what you're saying is that we can send multiple, like right there, it says a filter of 3. We can actually send those 3 to our client.
This is your filter.
Uh-huh.
This is your filter here. So you have 3, it's not 3 properties, it's the 3 options that you selected on that filter.
Mm-hmm.
So if I click on that filter, if you notice, this is 1, 2, and 3 options that I've changed on this search.
Okay.
Now, in terms of the sharing, so let's say you want to select a few properties here. See this little button right here?
Yes.
So you can do that, and it'll only show you those right there. Now you're looking at those properties here. You can select Save Search. And you can name it, whatever you want to name it. And you can send it. Hold on. Give me a second. You can click here. So now you have that as one of your saved searches, right? So when you click here, let's see if it'll come up right there. You're gonna have the option that says My Saved Searches. Click on that. And then you're gonna have it there. You can do whatever you want with it, delete or edit, save search, or select it. Sorry, my phone's a little slow doing this. So here's all the details on that property itself. See here. Okay, so that's like the basic part of Homesnap, like the beginning of it. Okay. Let's see here.
Gabino, I have a question. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we can send more than one property? Or it has to be one by one?
When you save that search, you should be able to send it as a saved search. Give me a second here. I know I did this, but I don't remember how. Let's see here. So I already have the saved search here. Okay, I'll come back to this. I'll come back to sending that saved search here in a minute. But yeah, you should be able to send this search to your clients as a saved search. Okay, I'll come back to it. Okay, so once you have all this information here, you have the filters, you have the sort, you're looking for sell. You can remove the outline. You can do So here are the homes in Mission. So you can go back on here. Oh, man, hold on. And you can select the different filters here. You can reset. If you see this little button here or this reset, that'll clear all your whatever you have selected, and you have to click apply here at the bottom. So now we're back to square one on here. Okay. So that's the searching option of the houses. Now let's say that you are looking for expired homes that you want to focus on, or you want to see what's going on in a certain area. You can select here where it says all homes. And then you go to your filter. And I'll come back to this likelihood to list. So on here, MLS status, you can select the drop-down menu. We don't have the coming soon here. We just have the for sale and under contract. So if you don't want to see any of these, you can just deselect them. Recently sold, and you just want to see expired, you can just click all these off. And it'll show you the homes that were listed, but that are expired now. If you see this where it says Heat Maps Pro right here, it'll give you, it's saying that this is what you have selected right now. So where you see that little blue dot, you can just click on it, and you can get that information on that property. And again, once you open it up, it'll give you information on it. Now, the really cool thing about these expired listings, it'll give you more information on the status of that property. So the key factors that apply to that. So if you notice where it says here, it's upside down, they probably owe more than what the houses were. And it'll give you these owner occupied, mortgages in good standing, it was listed unsuccessfully. Get the information on the listing agent, when it was listed. And you also get information on the current owner as well. Now, on some of these, you get more information than just that. So on some of these, you are able to see like their email and their cell phone number. Not on all of them though. So that's just one filter here. A filter that I've been using a little more is the very first one where it says likelihood to list. When you click on this one here and you select most likely, these are the properties, and you'll see and you'll see why they tell you that it's most likely to list. So now we are at all homes, and then we have two filters here. So we have the selected here. We have the most likely and expired. So when we click apply, let me let it do its thing here. Let me take off expired so we can see more. So when you click reset here, it'll give you everything back to all these right here, the MLS status. So we don't want to see any of these. We just want to see the most likely. I'm going to remove that here. So the ones that you see that have the orange little square are the, if you notice here, likelihood to list. So you can click on any of these here. Let me click on this one right here. It does say it's off the market and it's most likely to list. Now, Homesnap, if you look into it, they're going to tell you, they use different algorithms to get all this information that they input into the system, or it gets fed into the system. And it'll give you some information on that property and, some reasons maybe why they are most likely to list. So you're able to see all that information in there. So we know that's the owner. And on some of these, they'll give you more information on them as well. So if you click on them, some of these will have more contact information than just the address. And then it'll start giving you also more information that are on similar homes in that area as well. So now we're here at the all homes, and then we have one filter on here. And that is the likelihood to list right here. When you click on here, you open up the other options that you have. So if you click on that, you can select, the MLS status, distressed, last list date, and then it'll start giving you all that information. If you don't want to see the least likely or the likely, it'll just show you that, the most likely here. So that's just this top part right here, where you can do all your searches real quick. Now here at the bottom, we have all the other options. The first option here would be, the news. This is new listings that have come up on the MLS. Anything that has just happened, for example, this was marked sold 35 minutes ago. And then you scroll. This is of course in this section right here where it says news. 45 minutes ago, this was marked as for sale. So that's a new listing that popped up. Might be something that you're looking for. And then also you can communicate with the other agents here as well with messages. So you click on here. This was just a test that I did. But when you send listings with through Homesnap to other agents or your clients, you can use the messaging, text messaging option on Homesnap itself. and you can communicate with them. So this is the main section here on homes. This is where we started. And then you can also go to agents. There, here, when you go to the agents part of it, these little things that you see here, for example, here, the Pro Plus are the extra, the little extra features that you get when you subscribe to that Pro Plus option. But you have a lot of tools just with what you get from Gmar. I would recommend you dive into it and start playing around with it, and then see if see what tools you like, and then if they'll be sending you more information and options to emails and all that to get you to upgrade to the Pro Plus, and they'll give you more information on all the additional features. But there is a lot of information here on Homesnap that you can use.
Gabino, have you messed with that manage my website portion?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah.
Not yet.
That was one of the, that's one of the things that in one of the recent classes, GRI classes, somebody had thrown out that we're talking about websites. And they said Homesnap manages their website. I didn't ask any details about it, but
When you, I don't have my website with them. I haven't done anything with their website. But when you click on here on me option, you have your listings there. One of the things that I like about Homesnap that I wasn't able to do before was when I would put a property under contract or it was pending. It was hard for me to share it with clients, even though it was already under contract. It didn't give me the option to share it on Go MLS. I don't know. But on here, you're able to see the properties that you have. For example, this one here that's under contract. You click on it, and it'll say, that it's under contract. And you can click on View Listing, and you're still able to share this listing even though it's under contract. If you see this option right here at the bottom,
right.
you can share it. There are other options that you can do with your listings, and some of these things are for marketing purposes. Let me see here. There's a little vacant lot that's in Mission. There's a lot of little tools on here, but you can select to advertise anywhere you want this listing. See who has viewed your listing. This sell speed is really, really cool. When you are talking to somebody or you're looking at a property that's off the market, this sell speed basically gives you a little bar. Sorry about that. A little bar that you can adjust on if you were to price it. Of course, it's all algorithms, but if you were to price it at a certain price, it'll tell you how long it would take to sell that property. And of course, it does a schedule with showing time. You can send it in a message. You share this listing, view PDF. Let me show you here something. These are the options for marketing. You can turn that on. Of course, doing those ads there will be, an additional fee if you want to advertise these. And you have different options of to advertise your lead pages as well. So, for example, here, listing contact. So you can send a lead page. I just selected the first one there to your clients as well. So it has a lot of little tools. I mean, I know we're just giving like a general overview of everything, but this right here is a badge that you get once you are with a Pro Plus option. And on your profile, when you select me, you have different options to do, put all your information in there and make all these changes in there and customize whatever, public sees and your agent only profile, your other agents see on there. Let me go back over here. I'm not able to see the chat on my screen here.
There's nothing, there's no other questions in the chat at this moment.
Okay. Okay, so we can go back over here and we can do reset everything, or just click on the for sale option and then go from there. Okay, so yeah, once you go to these the pro agents, you're able to see a lot of information. You can also select and do a search for different agents as well. If you want to see the listings a particular agent has, you can search up here for any agent in your MLS. So let's say, for example, I want to check out what Gustavo has. And once you do that search, they'll appear here. So let's try somebody else. Let's say Tanya. Let's see what she has. So when we click on here, we're able to see her information there. And her listings. And this is the more option. So when you click on that, it'll you can send this information to anybody else, but you also have the option to add more information on there as well. Well, just like funny. You can do that. So when you go to your profile, you can select more and add as much information as you want. But that's just, again, that's just a general overview of the app. I don't know if, there's a lot of little details on there. I was able to send some of those searches, multiple properties to a client. I haven't done it that often. I normally use Matrix when I do that because I set them with alerts and all that. But I'll go back into it and kind of hopefully maybe do a video and put it on there. that's about it for now. I don't know if you have any questions or anything that I can help answer. But again, this is just if you dive into it, you'll start getting the hang of everything.
So do you think, we all have the Pro, do you think having that Pro Plus is worthwhile for an agent?
I think so. Well, especially the way it is right now. I got it. I believe it was like $99 for a whole year. So I mean, I would recommend just start with what you have right now. There are a lot of tools, and then they're gonna start, marketing, the pro via email and all that. So you can start looking at all the differences. But I have the pro just so I can have a few more tools, a little more information on the owners when I'm looking at expired or houses that are off the market. You do get a little more information if you want to give them a call and all that. You're able to see all that.
See, one of the things in this business, there's so many different ways. You just have to find out which you feel more comfortable with, which way you like. It's you having this makes it's an awesome tool. And some of you know how I feel about RPR. Even with a lot of the changes they've made, that's even become a stronger tool. But you have all these tools that you can use to try to do what you need to do. But getting the one you like and using that one, that's the one that's most important, that we try to work with. The other thing I'll ask you is, have you tried to link this with Booj, or does it allow you to? Have you seen a way to do
I
that?
haven't. I haven't myself. I haven't. I think it does. The connection is there, but I haven't really used Booge at all, to be honest with you. I mean, I just have my basic information in there. But I do see that they're putting more and more tools in there. I just got a notice about the drip campaigns, so I'm going to start going a little more into Booge. But right now, I'm not using it much.
Awesome.
I'm using something else. The main thing that I use Homesnap for is when somebody's asking for information on a listing. Let's say, for example, this one here. If I identify the listing and it turns out that it's this one right here, this is what I do. I click on it, click on this 295 one, and just for just for the sake of showing here, I click on share. I use share because when I get a call from a client or somebody that's driving by and they see the sign, I have more options here as how I'm going to send it. If you select send it message, you're sending it through the Homesnap platform. So when I click share, it'll give me the options of how I want to share this. So if I click on messages, which is normally what I do, I can select contact. For example, I'm just going to use Tanya because she's here and she's paying attention. So I'm gonna set it up here. Sorry, getting other messages here. So normally I remove everything else. I just leave because I already talked to them, and this is just general text that Homesnap does. So what I do is I delete all of this here and I just send it. So Tanya gets that listing and gets that information on there, and then she can reply. And I don't know if Tanya can kind of show how it looks on her end, but um, there we go. So if we click on this here, I'm going to click on internet just so we can see how the client will see it. Because of course, they don't have the Homesnap yet. So this is what the client sees. Well, it's not everything that they see. It's showing me this because I do have Homesnap, but and I'm an agent, so it will show me all of this information, but the client doesn't see everything here.
Good, because it says the owner
Yeah.
information.
Yeah. So Tanya has that Homesnap, and then well, I do too. But let me see if I can show you on this other one here. I'll show you on this one here. And I'll just bring it up to the screen so you can see what the client sees. Okay, I had sent this message to my personal phone, and let me just open it here. Let me see. So this is what the client sees on their phone. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, we can see it.
And it'll show me as the agent there. So even though it's not your listing, it'll show, when you send it, it'll show you as a contact person for that listing.
Does it notify you when they open it up or when they look at it?
You know, I'm not sure on that. I don't know if we have the options to see that here. Oh, so that's how you got it, Tanya? Okay, cool.
And if you click on that one, it'll open it up, Gabino?
This is just a screenshot of what Tanya.
Okay, okay.
I also sent it to my assistant and it does only show my information, so it's good.
Mhm. And at the very bottom, it will show, you know, a listing provided by so-and-so, but I think it's just like little text at the very bottom.
All right.
So that's the main thing that I use it for. Whenever they're asking for listings, I do a search real quick and I send it as a text message, and then they have my information there. Sorry about all those messages.
One of the good things about doing a live class.
Yeah.
Gabino's on fire.
Gotta
Right?
return some phone calls here. Yeah, but there is a lot that Homesnap has to offer. But again, like any tool, you know, it's there. You just gotta start, you know, playing around with it and see what options will work better for you. But there is a lot of tools. When I first downloaded Homesnap, one of the things that I did was go into YouTube and start, you know, looking at those videos for training and what all these little things are for. And yeah, there are some things that maybe I might not use, but maybe you would use. So I would encourage you to watch some videos on YouTube and see if it's something that you might want to take advantage of. All right. Well, I'm done unless you got anything else, Mac.
I don't. Who's gonna do it? Yeah, I don't have anything else. We have that contracts class at 1 o'clock for those who want to participate in that. And I have several already signed up for that. So there's and the reason that I put a limit on the seats is simply because I'm using my Zoom account, and the account I have only allows so many Zoom links to be used. After that, it won't let anybody else in. So if you've said you're going to attend and you decide not to, also let me know. That'd be great, because we have some other folks that are trying to get in also. But other than that, I do appreciate it. What a great class, you know. Awesome. And I do have this recorded if give me know if you need it, or if somebody else needs it, you don't mind, I can share it with them, if that'd be okay.
Yeah, no problem at all. I will get back. I might do a little video on doing that search and sending it to a client on multiple properties.
Cool. And for those of you that are still here, real quick, if you'll if you have access to your camera and don't mind flipping it on, I'm just going to grab a quick snapshot of everybody's smiling faces. Yes. Okay. All right. There we go. Susie. Awesome. Good to see you guys. All right. I'm going to count to 3. Let's get real. Awesome. Count to 3. Brian even. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm going to count to 3 and I'm going to click on it after that.
We got more people turning on their cameras now.
Look at that.
Chucho.
Always a little worried about that, because you never know what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you what. All right, 1, 2, 3. Let's all smile. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Let's just grab this. We are good to go. All right, y'all. Appreciate it, everybody. Have a good day.
Thank you, Gabino. Thank you, Mac.
Thank you, Gabino.
Please remember the new contracts are out there. And if you're negotiating a contract and it becomes effective on April the 1st or after, you have to use the new contract. If you're negotiating a real estate transaction and it becomes effective on or after April the 1st, you have to use the new contract. So next week, everybody's going to have to be paying attention to what you have going on. If you start negotiating on a Monday and you're going back and forth with counters, you probably ought to be using the new one. Based on what
We have the new ones now on zip forms.
They are in zip form, yes. They are indeed. Even the new listing agreement and all that other stuff, everything's
Son los
in
que
there.
están dando el contrato nuevo. ¿Qué
Right?
dices? Ayer no sabía que iba a empezar.
All right, appreciate it. You guys have a great day.